bridging science and spirituality, emptiness in Buddhism and quantum physics. Have you ever wondered, what is reality? What lies beyond what we perceive with our senses? When we touch a table, feel its solidity, or observe the vibrant colors of a flower, it seems so real, so tangible. But is this all there is to reality? Or could there be layers of truth beneath the surface, hidden from our immediate perception? These are the questions that have fascinated thinkers, scientists, and spiritual practitioners for centuries. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of emptiness, shunyata, offers a revolutionary lens to understand reality. Contrary to common misunderstandings, emptiness is not about void or non-existence. Instead, it speaks of the absence of inherent, independent essence in all things. Everything around us, from the smallest particle to the grandest galaxy, exists in a web of interdependent relationships. Imagine a flower. It is not just a flower. It embodies sunlight, rain, fertile soil, and even the care of a gardener. Without these conditions, the flower would cease to exist. Through this perspective, emptiness transforms our understanding of the world, showing it not as isolated fragments, but as a harmonious, interconnected whole. On the other hand, the field of quantum physics, the cornerstone of modern science, provides its own intriguing insights into the nature of existence. Consider phenomena like wave-particle duality, the observer effect, and quantum entanglement. They reveal a universe where particles do not have fixed, independent states and are instead profoundly influenced by observation and interaction. In many ways, quantum physics disrupts the traditional view of a predictable, mechanistic universe, replacing it with one that is dynamic, relational, and uncertain. At first glance, Buddhism and quantum physics may appear worlds apart, one rooted in spiritual wisdom and the other in empirical science. Yet, their striking parallels cannot be ignored. Both challenge us to question our assumptions about reality, pushing us to see beyond appearances. Through their lenses, we discover that our understanding of the universe and our place within it is far more profound and nuanced than we ever imagined. In this video, we'll embark on a journey to explore these ideas. How does the concept of emptiness resonate with quantum physics? Can these two realms illuminate one another, offering a bridge between ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science? Let's find out together. Introducing the concept of emptiness in Buddhism. In Buddhism, the concept of emptiness, shunyata, is one of the most profound and central teachings. Often misunderstood, emptiness is not synonymous with nothingness or void. Instead, it refers to the absence of intrinsic, independent existence in all phenomena. This revolutionary idea invites us to rethink our understanding of reality, emphasizing the interconnectedness and interdependence of all things. Imagine observing a flower. At first glance, it appears to exist independently as a beautiful, standalone object. However, when we delve deeper, we realize that its existence is contingent on countless factors. The soil nourished its roots, the sunlight facilitated photosynthesis, the rain provided hydration, and even the efforts of a gardener played a role in its flourishing. Without any of these elements, the flower would not exist. This intricate web of interdependence is at the heart of the Buddhist understanding of emptiness. The principle of dependent origination, pratitya samutpada, underpins the concept of emptiness. It teaches that all phenomena arise due to specific causes and conditions, existing only in relation to other factors. Nothing exists in isolation or possesses an unchanging essence. A chair, for example, seems solid and independent, but it is merely the culmination of wood, craftsmanship, tools, and environmental factors like sunlight and rain that help the tree grow. Over time, the chair will decay, breaking down into its constituent elements, which will then be recycled into other forms of existence. This understanding of interdependence leads us to another core tenet of Buddhism: impermanence. Everything from physical objects to emotional states is in constant flux. A flower blooms and withers, a storm arises and dissipates, and even our bodies change from moment to moment. By recognizing this impermanence, we can begin to let go of attachments and the suffering they often bring. Emptiness also extends to the concept of the self. In Buddhist thought, what we perceive as the self is not a fixed, independent entity, but a collection of 5 aggregates: skandhas, form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. These aggregates are ever-changing and interdependent, lacking any intrinsic essence. This understanding challenges our deeply ingrained notion of a permanent self, helping us see ourselves as part of the larger interconnected web of existence. Practically, embracing emptiness can have transformative effects on our lives. It allows us to approach challenges with greater flexibility and reduces our attachment to rigid identities and outcomes. For instance, when faced with the loss of a loved one, the recognition of interdependence and impermanence can help us navigate grief with greater resilience. Similarly, understanding the emptiness of material possessions can free us from the relentless pursuit of accumulation, enabling a more contented and balanced life. Emptiness is not merely a philosophical concept, but a lived experience. It encourages mindfulness and awareness, prompting us to see the world as it truly is: dynamic, interconnected, and constantly evolving. Through practices such as meditation, we can cultivate a direct understanding of emptiness, moving beyond intellectual comprehension to experiential insight. This practice fosters compassion, as recognizing our interconnectedness naturally leads to greater empathy for others. Interestingly, the concept of emptiness is not confined to abstract thought. It has practical implications for addressing modern challenges. For example, understanding the interdependence of all things can inspire more sustainable environmental practices. Recognizing that our actions ripple through the interconnected web of existence can motivate us to adopt lifestyles that minimize harm to others and the planet. Furthermore, emptiness invites us to reconsider how we approach relationships. Often, conflicts arise from rigid perceptions of ourselves and others. By acknowledging the fluidity and interdependence of these identities, we can approach relationships with greater openness and understanding. In Buddhism, emptiness is not a nihilistic denial of existence, but a gateway to profound freedom. By letting go of fixed ideas and attachments, we can liberate ourselves from suffering and move closer to enlightenment. This freedom is not about escaping the world, but engaging with it more deeply and compassionately. In summary, emptiness challenges us to see beyond appearances and embrace the interdependent, impermanent, and interconnected nature of all things. It is a call to live with greater awareness, compassion, and harmony. As we explore this concept further, we open the door to a transformative understanding of reality and our place within it. Principles of quantum physics related to emptiness. Quantum physics, a cornerstone of modern science, has revolutionized our understanding of reality. It challenges classical notions of a fixed, predictable universe, offering insights that intriguingly echo the Buddhist concept of emptiness, shunyata. Both fields invite us to reimagine reality as interconnected, impermanent, and shaped by relational dynamics rather than intrinsic, independent existence. One of the foundational principles in quantum physics is wave-particle duality. In the famous double-slit experiment, particles such as electrons and photons exhibit dual behaviors. They act as particles or waves depending on the context of observation. When observed, they appear as particles, but when left unobserved, they behave as waves. This discovery disrupts the traditional view of matter as solid and independent. It suggests that the very nature of a particle is contingent on its interaction with its surroundings. In a similar vein, Buddhism posits that all phenomena lack inherent existence and instead arise in dependence on conditions and contexts. Closely related to wave-particle duality is the observer effect, a phenomenon where the act of observation influences the state of a quantum system. When we measure a particle's position, for instance, its wave function collapses, and it assumes a definite state. This reveals that reality at the quantum level is not entirely objective, but deeply influenced by the observer's interaction with it. Buddhism also emphasizes the role of perception and mind in shaping our experience of reality. According to Buddhist teachings, the world we perceive is a mental construct shaped by our thoughts, beliefs, and sensory inputs, rather than an external, unchanging reality. Another striking concept in quantum physics is quantum entanglement, often described as spooky action at a distance by Albert Einstein. When two particles become entangled, their states are so intrinsically linked that a change in one particle instantaneously affects the other, regardless of the distance between them. This challenges the classical notion of separateness and hints at a deeply interconnected universe. In Buddhist philosophy, this interconnectedness resonates with the principle of dependent origination, pratitya samutpada, which teaches that all phenomena exist and transform through their relationships with other factors. Both frameworks suggest that no entity exists in isolation. Instead, everything is part of a vast web of interdependence. The uncertainty principle, proposed by Werner Heisenberg, adds another layer of complexity. It states that we cannot simultaneously determine both the position and momentum of a particle with absolute precision. The more accurately we measure one property, the less precisely we can know the other. This inherent uncertainty reflects a fundamental indeterminacy in the nature of reality. Buddhism similarly highlights the transient and impermanent nature of all phenomena. By acknowledging the fluidity and unpredictability of existence, both quantum physics and Buddhism challenge the illusion of a stable, unchanging reality. Quantum field theory further deepens our understanding by revealing that particles are not discrete entities, but manifestations of underlying energy fields. Particles appear and disappear as fluctuations within these fields, akin to ripples on the surface of a pond. This aligns with the Buddhist view of emptiness, which describes phenomena as arising and dissolving within the infinite interplay of conditions. Both perspectives dismantle the notion of a solid, independent self or thing, and instead point to a dynamic, ever-changing process. One of the most profound implications of quantum physics is its challenge to the idea of an objective, observer-independent reality. At the quantum level, reality is probabilistic rather than deterministic. Particles exist in superpositions, states of multiple possibilities, until measured or observed. This probabilistic nature suggests that reality is not a fixed entity, but a dynamic interplay of potentialities. Buddhism's teachings on impermanence and non-self similarly reject fixed notions, presenting reality as a continuous process of arising and ceasing, shaped by interdependent conditions. The parallels between quantum physics and Buddhist philosophy extend beyond theoretical insights. They also offer practical applications for understanding consciousness and existence. For instance, the observer effect underscores the importance of mindfulness. Just as observation influences quantum states, our awareness and mental states shape our experiences and interactions with the world. By cultivating mindfulness, we can develop a clearer, more compassionate understanding of ourselves and our environment. Quantum entanglement, on the other hand, has profound ethical implications. Recognizing that all things are interconnected challenges us to rethink our actions and their consequences. In the Buddhist tradition, this interconnectedness fosters a sense of universal compassion, encouraging us to act with kindness and consideration for all beings. Similarly, quantum physics reminds us that no action exists in isolation. Every choice ripples through the web of existence, impacting the whole. The convergence of quantum physics and Buddhism also inspires new ways of addressing contemporary challenges. Environmental issues, for example, demand an acknowledgement of interconnectedness. Both frameworks encourage us to view humanity as an integral part of the natural world rather than as separate dominators. This shift in perspective can inspire more sustainable practices and a deeper respect for the planet's delicate balance. Additionally, the uncertainty principle and the Buddhist emphasis on impermanence invite us to embrace uncertainty and change in our lives. By letting go of rigid expectations and embracing the fluid nature of reality, we can navigate life's complexities with greater flexibility and resilience. while quantum physics seeks to describe the mechanisms of the material world, and Buddhism aims to liberate individuals from suffering. Their shared insights into interdependence, impermanence, and the role of perception provide a powerful framework for understanding existence. By bridging the gap between science and spirituality, these perspectives offer a holistic view of reality that is both intellectually rigorous and deeply transformative. In conclusion, the principles of quantum physics resonate profoundly with the Buddhist concept of emptiness, revealing a universe that is interconnected, impermanent, and shaped by relational dynamics. Both fields challenge us to let go of fixed notions and embrace the fluid, interdependent nature of existence. As we explore these parallels further, we gain not only a deeper understanding of reality, but also valuable tools for cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and harmony in our lives. Parallels and complementarities. At first glance, Buddhism and quantum physics may appear to occupy entirely different realms. One is an ancient spiritual tradition rooted in introspection and meditation, while the other is a cutting-edge scientific discipline reliant on empirical data and mathematical models. Yet, as we delve deeper, we uncover striking parallels and meaningful complementarities between the two. Together, they offer a rich, multidimensional perspective on reality, challenging conventional notions and opening pathways to deeper understanding. Both Buddhism and quantum physics question the nature of existence and our perception of reality. In Buddhism, the concept of emptiness, shunyata, emphasizes that nothing possesses inherent, independent existence. All phenomena arise through interdependence, shaped by a web of causes and conditions. Similarly, quantum physics reveals a universe where particles do not exist in isolation, but are deeply interconnected with their environment and each other. Quantum entanglement, for example, demonstrates how particles remain linked across vast distances, reflecting the Buddhist principle of dependent origination, pratitya. Another shared insight is the rejection of permanence. Buddhism teaches that impermanence, anicca, is a fundamental truth of existence. Everything, from physical objects to thoughts and emotions, is in constant flux. Quantum physics echoes this idea through phenomena like wave-particle duality and the uncertainty principle, which reveal the fluid and probabilistic nature of matter at the microscopic level. Both perspectives dismantle the illusion of a fixed, unchanging reality, inviting us to embrace change as an essential aspect of existence. Despite these parallels, the two fields also offer unique strengths that complement one another. Quantum physics provides empirical evidence and precise mathematical frameworks to describe the universe's fundamental workings. It enables us to understand phenomena like atomic structures, energy fields, and the behavior of particles. However, its focus is primarily descriptive, aiming to explain how things work rather than addressing questions of meaning or purpose. In contrast, Buddhism offers a profound philosophical and experiential approach to understanding reality. It goes beyond theoretical insights, providing practical tools like meditation and mindfulness to directly experience the interconnected and impermanent nature of existence. While quantum physics explains the mechanics of the universe, Buddhism explores the implications of these truths for human life, ethics, and spiritual growth. The complementarity of these fields becomes particularly evident when addressing the role of the observer. In quantum physics, the observer effect highlights how measurement influences the state of a quantum system, suggesting that reality is not entirely objective but shaped by interaction. Buddhism similarly emphasizes the role of perception and mind in shaping our experience of the world. According to Buddhist teachings, our thoughts, beliefs, and mental constructs influence how we interpret reality, often obscuring its true nature. By cultivating mindfulness and awareness, we can transcend these distortions and perceive the world more clearly. Moreover, both Buddhism and quantum physics encourage humility in the face of the unknown. Quantum mechanics has shown us that reality is far more complex and counterintuitive than previously imagined, with phenomena like superposition and entanglement defying classical logic. Buddhism, too, acknowledges the limitations of human understanding, teaching that true wisdom arises from letting go of fixed ideas and embracing the mystery of existence. The ethical implications of these insights are profound. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all things fosters a sense of responsibility and compassion. In Buddhism, this understanding leads to the practice of non-harming, ahimsa, and the cultivation of loving-kindness, metta, toward all beings. Similarly, the interdependence revealed by quantum physics challenges us to consider the broader consequences of our actions, whether in environmental stewardship, social justice, or global cooperation. Together, Buddhism and quantum physics also inspire a shift in perspective that transcends dualistic thinking. In Buddhism, dualities like self and other, subject and object, are seen as constructs of the mind, masking the underlying unity of existence. Quantum physics similarly challenges binary distinctions, showing that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously and that the boundaries between entities are fluid rather than fixed. This shared perspective invites us to move beyond simplistic categorizations and adopt a more holistic view of reality. While their methods and purposes differ, the dialogue between Buddhism and quantum physics enriches both fields. For scientists, engaging with Buddhist philosophy offers a way to contextualize their discoveries within a broader framework of meaning and ethics. For spiritual practitioners, quantum physics provides a validation of ancient insights and an opportunity to bridge the gap between spirituality and modern science. In conclusion, the parallels and complementarities between Buddhism and quantum physics reveal a deep resonance between these two seemingly disparate disciplines. Both challenge us to question our assumptions, embrace the interconnectedness of all things, and approach reality with curiosity and humility. By integrating their insights, we can cultivate a richer understanding of the universe and our place within it, one that harmonizes scientific rigor with spiritual wisdom. As we reach the end of this exploration, it becomes evident that both Buddhism and quantum physics offer profound insights into the nature of reality. Though arising from vastly different origins, one rooted in spiritual introspection and the other in scientific inquiry, these two disciplines converge in their recognition of interconnectedness, impermanence, and the fluid, relational nature of existence. Buddhism teaches us that all phenomena are devoid of inherent, independent existence. The concept of emptiness, shunyata, emphasizes that everything arises and dissolves through interdependent causes and conditions. Similarly, quantum physics reveals a universe that defies classical notions of stability and independence. Phenomena like wave-particle duality, quantum entanglement, and the observer effect challenge us to reconsider the nature of matter, consciousness, and reality itself. At the heart of both fields lies a shared humility, an acknowledgement that the universe is far more complex and interconnected than our minds can fully grasp. This humility invites us to question not only the world around us, but also our assumptions and perceptions. In doing so, we begin to see beyond the surface, uncovering a deeper truth that transcends the boundaries of science and spirituality. Practically, these insights have far-reaching implications for how we live our lives. Understanding the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality can free us from rigid attachments, reduce suffering, and foster greater compassion. Recognizing that our actions ripple through an interconnected web of existence encourages us to live more mindfully, ethically, and harmoniously with others and the planet. Buddhism and quantum physics also inspire us to embrace uncertainty and the unknown. In a world often driven by the desire for certainty and control, they remind us that flexibility and openness are essential for growth and understanding. By letting go of fixed notions and embracing the fluidity of existence, we can navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and grace. As we reflect on the convergence of these two fields, we are reminded that the boundaries between science and spirituality are not as rigid as they might seem. Both perspectives enrich one another, offering a more holistic understanding of the universe and our place within it. For scientists, engaging with Buddhist principles can provide ethical guidance and a broader philosophical context for their work. For spiritual seekers, quantum physics validates ancient wisdom and bridges the gap between the metaphysical and the empirical. In closing, the dialogue between Buddhism and quantum physics is not merely an academic exercise, but a profound invitation to rethink how we perceive and engage with the world. It challenges us to move beyond dualities, science versus spirituality, matter versus mind, and embrace a vision of reality that is deeply interconnected and ever-evolving. So, what do you think? Can ancient wisdom and modern science truly complement one another? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations that bridge the gap between the seen and the unseen, the known and the mysterious.